Things first, here's a little copyright warning. This content is for educational commentary and transformative purposes. It is protected by the First Amendment of the United States Constitution, and everything that I use here is, I believe, consistent with principles of fair use, and it serves the public interest by fostering discussion and analysis. Alright, so I'm gonna try to be quick because it was only supposed to be 3 minutes, but then I just did not figure out how to do a voiceover and cover everything that I wanted to cover in a short 3 minutes, so just bear with me. This is a continuation of all the work we've been working on, and then precisely, more specifically, it is in response to some questions, comments regarding video with Murphy sitting on a lap that arose last night during my Godfather Outcast live last night. Shout out to my Godfather Outcast. He's my YouTube godfather, everyone, by the way. And so I just wanted to work through the video that I had previously done on Murphy. I had another one also, but I'm not gonna focus on that one right now. And so there's a lot here in this specific seconds of this footage, which is like 3:15. It's right before it ends. So I'm doing a second part to this, which will focus more on this scene, because this is a very intense, serious scene right here. Anyways, but the focus on this one is supposed to be on Murphy, and Murphy is right here, I believe. I'm alleging that's Murphy. There's a few reasons why I'm doing that, which are reasons why I try to break down here, but then I came across other things, obviously, which always happens, so I'm going to try to cover that as well quickly. So this is Murphy, I believe, and in this footage they try to make us believe that this is just a light being cast through a window. Had some pretty rude people comment on this specific video previously, and they were calling me stupid and saying like that's just a light, and it's like, no, you're stupid, that's not just a light, because if it were just a light you would see it over here, right? And so that's the reason why I put both of these cameras in this footage, in this video that I'm making right now, is because if that were in fact just a light being cast through the window, it would be shown over here as well, and we can see here very clearly that it's not. And so I did some side by side, the two cameras just as the footage shows them, and then I did some close-ups. This is a little preview of the next video that is coming right here, with these faces, these people, these poor victims. And so that's Murphy again, right? They are trying to make us believe that that's just a light being cast through the window, but it's like, how does that even make sense? Because this is a really odd shape for light. Like, since when does a shape that is being cast through a window that is supposed to be light have a tail and ears and stuff? So no, doesn't make sense. Here's another side by side. What I did here basically was just like I cropped both the cameras, and then I put them side by side basically. And so right here again we have this odd shape, but then we look at the other camera and it's not there. And if that were in fact a light, we would have it on the other camera right here, and we don't, so it doesn't make sense. Here's another one. I played around with a few different filters, X-ray, negative filter, and then I applied the filters and messed around with the color settings, the brightness and stuff like that, to see what details I could draw out. And again, here's reiterating the same point. If that were in fact just a light being cast through the window, we would also see it on this side, this specific shape, right? And as a matter of fact, we don't see it on this side, so therefore it is not what it is purported to be in the video, which is again this light. They're trying to make us believe that it's a light being cast through the window, through the shape of this other officer, and the light's up here somewhere. And I mean, it's just a matter of physics, right? Like, if the light's up here and its brightness is the point of origin, is the brightest point, and and in fact you can see here that that's the reflection of the light being cast. And so there's absolutely no way in any realm of possibility where this light would be this bright, if in fact this is a light source. And we can see here that the light source is being reflected here, and this is in fact like the strongest point. It doesn't make any sense whatsoever for this light to be as bright as it is here. And so we worked through a few of these different clips, right? And then, so that's basically Murphy. And in editing these scenes, these frames, I came across a few more suspect things that I would like to highlight really quickly. And this is, so basically the second part of this is where Jacob Tesdall, we can see here his camera, Jacob Tesdall is getting into the vehicle, right? He's opening the door to his vehicle and he's proceeding to get in the vehicle. And I noticed here, as he's getting into the vehicle, I noticed this really weird little thing right there. And I'll point it for you so you can see. Right, and so it's obviously moving, and so that caught my attention, and then I wondered, like, what is over here? Because I had never looked. And Lord behold, there's some freaky ass stuff going on, and I don't really know what it is. All I can assume is that it's some perps possibly pulling a body in a tarp or something, because you can see here hands, and then this is, I'm not sure if that's on top of the car or if it's on the ground, but it's definitely something, and that's definitely someone. And I believe this is a dog. Well, it'll become more apparent right now. I slowed it down a bit so you can see. It's hella creepy, dude. It's like so creepy, but I'm pretty sure they're wearing masks, so I'm not super creeped out, but it's still like, what the hell? And so this is all as he's getting into the vehicle. This is what we managed to capture with his body-worn camera. I just applied different filters. Again, this little shadow person that caught my attention moving towards these people. And here's a different kind of perspective that does let me believe that it's some kind of mask or something. And they're pulling something with all their might, it seems like. And here's another take of that. I'm still trying to figure out the best way to put this out because it's so confusing and there's so many different components that it's difficult to figure out a way to put it out there. And because everyone's always asking for context, right, and stuff like that, and I understand and I totally sympathize, and I'm trying to do that, but a lot of this is like the context they're trying to make us believe is a context, is not in fact the context, so it's difficult to explain sometimes what the hell is happening, because you might want to hear the context, but it's like, well, this is supposed to be them just getting into their car, but then there's this person walking up, and then there's this other creature thing over here, like doing a tug of war with something. And let's see, I'm gonna pause it here and see if we can zoom in a bit more. This is basically the original, right? I guess this is better kind of presentation so you can see what I'm doing. And so, right, this is it. Right, and I think I'm pretty sure that's a dog. I had a better version of it somewhere. Let's see if I can find it. Where is it? Here we go. Maybe this one. Yeah, maybe this one. That's, I can maybe even mess around with the filter a bit. Maybe you can help me figure out what the hell that is. But I had I had adjusted this settings on this image previously. I don't think I'd saved it though, and it looked pretty much like a dog, like a big dog, with the ears and stuff. Like right there, you can kind of see. Let me see if I can get this one closer. I'm not sure how long I'm at right now with this recording, but I'm gonna try to make it quick because this video is only supposed to be 3 minutes. I'm still figuring out if I should upload, like just create this and then upload the video with like 334 and then do another one with like a voiceover. I'm not sure how you all would feel about members only and stuff, but that could be a way of like making content specifically for people that are like interested in like actually like, oh, like, you know, part of more of a community as opposed to just like watching. But I don't know, whatever, we'll figure it out. Because like I said, this was supposed to be just like a short 3-minute video for easy kind of viewing. I'm not even sure what to call it, but with the voiceover it turns out to be much longer. And then if I do like a screen record like I'm doing right now, it turns out to be much longer, right? And so some of you might not be interested in all these things that I'm saying. Some of you are. I'm not sure if some of you just want the content like the video without me saying anything. I'm not sure which is better. I'm still trying to figure out if maybe just putting out the video without me saying anything allows you to like kind of interpret things on your own and have your own analysis as opposed to me saying things. But we'll see. Anyways, I think this is it for now. And this second video that I'm gonna try to voice over right now, put up right now, is the same video, the same kind of time frame, which is, sorry, I'm just like going through this like a crazy person. You can rewind and pause and stuff like that at your own leisure, of course. Here we go, which is this time frame. The next video will also be this time frame, but it'll be specifically this scene, which is a pretty horrible scene. You might have seen some other videos that I put out on this. It's very terrible. So I'll do that next. Thanks so much. Talk to you soon.